So recently, I've come across a couple of Super Famicom cartridges I'd like to play. Um, Super Mario Bros. 4, as it was called in Japan. The Japanese games are NTSC, so if you can get them to play in a Super Nintendo, they'll play. Fortunately, as you can see, and most of y'all already know this, but the Famicom games won't fit. The reason they won't fit is there's no cutouts in the back of the Famicom cartridges. And if you look in here, you can see those little pieces of plastic there. There's one on each side. And you can take a pair of pliers and cut those out if you feel like damaging your Super Nintendo. You can do this with this is the SNES Mini. And you can also do it with the original Super Nintendos, the big fatties. But I don't want to tear them up. I want to be able to play the games without actually destroying it. I personally think that lowers the value of the console. Some people it don't, but to me it does. So the reason I chose the SNES Mini over the Fat SNES, besides the fact this has better composite output, and yes, I know I can do the SCART conversion crap on the originals. These only do composite; they won't do S-video or component output or SCART. So what I want to do is take it apart, and this piece here can be removed, and I'll show you on the inside. To do this, you will need these security bits. This fits pretty much all Nintendo consoles, except for the handhelds. The handhelds use tri-wings. There's also a smaller bit that you can get for the cartridges, because they use the crazy security screws. So on the inside here, little teeny tiny motherboard compared to the original, but you have these 3 screws here, so we can literally take this. We could take this whole piece out. Once you take that out, there's nothing to block the cartridge from going in. The only problem you will have is you'll kind of lose your dust shield there, but you can cover the console up with a towel or something. So I'm going to pop these out real quick with a screwdriver, and then we'll see how it fits. Alright, so here we are. I went ahead and pulled those 3 screws out. And I believe they did this simply as a ease of production thing between the Super Famicom and the Super Nintendo. All I had to do is change this one piece instead of remolding the whole plastic. So once the screws are out, you just pop it out. Then you can see there's your little blockers there. And then you'll have to take these out. And be sure not to lose the springs. And then we just take and put the top back on it. So there we are. And like I said, you're going to have a giant gaping hole up here where dust can get in. So you can throw any kind of cloth or towel or whatever you can lay over it when you're not using it to keep the dust out. But there you go. Now your Super Famicom NTSC games will fit. And I'll hook it up to the TV real quick and show that it does work. Alright, so we got him hooked up. And there is Super Mario World from Japan. And there you go. That's how to basically mod a SNES Mini to play Super Famicom games. Cheap, easy, and you don't have to tear your console up. The blinking you see there is the shutter on the camera, not locking the TV. The one thing this won't work with is Super Nintendo games from Europe. Those games are PAL, they run at 50 hertz, so you can put them in there if they will boot. Most of them won't, but if they will, they'll run really slow because they only run at 50 hertz, and the Japanese and American consoles run at 60 hertz.